New tactic for the CFMEU.
The union that represents rough, tough construction workers is opening a new front in the war with business. The CFMEU is targeting the traffic management industry.
Very important council works going on here, mate. Right, boys?
They've realised that there is a lot of industrial value in holding the humble stop-go sign. Because if you down tools on the road leading to a building project, you can bring that project to its knees without stepping a foot on site.
Good strategy.
Brilliant strategy, for two reasons. First, traffic management is in and of itself a huge business with thousands of employees. That's a lot of union dues ready to be harvested. Second, and more importantly, if you control the traffic, you control access.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Maybe not for a flying DeLorean, but you do for a fleet of cement trucks going to site.
Drive on the sidewalk. I don't want to die behind a cement truck.
Up till now, the CFMEU's favourite tactic was to confect a safety issue on site halfway through a concrete pour.
You just drank cement!
That industrial cockblock can now be actioned remotely. You just need to get the lollipop man, woman, lollipop person to walk off the job. The entire building site effectively gets shut down by throttling the supply of goods.
How are they recruiting?
The same way the CFMEU always recruits.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
In this instance, they've dispatched their favourite bother boy, Nathan Fisher. You can see the one-time armed robber turned union official here paying an early morning visit to a Perth traffic management company. That's Nathan in the baseball cap. He and his mate, a guy called Glenn Gordon, are having words with an office worker at the company. Nathan starts getting a bit antsy and throws some paperwork inside the office. Another worker, big Maori bloke, hears the raised voices and comes out to see what's going on. Apparently Nathan says, "You don't know what you're talking about, Junior." In the scheme of things, this is all pretty tame and not something any regulator would get in a tiz over, but right now, the government-appointed administrator, who has taken over most branches of the CFMEU because of the union's links to these guys, is in Perth investigating the WA chapter. The West Coast guys were not thrown into administration with the federal and other state divisions because it was considered a clean operation. Then 2 weekends ago, an annoying journalist wrote a story about how the local CFMEU was asking companies to sign confidential contracts which required them to negotiate directly with this guy. That CFMEU hardman, would-be MasterChef contestant and firm up-late favourite, Edmond Monty Margjini. A few years ago, Monty got bored with being a cage-fighting sword boy gangster and looked for a new profession that had a bit of an edge. He found it in the West Australian industrial relations system. That's Monty getting up close and personal with a manager at a Perth construction site in May. Little Liverpool kiss there.
What do you reckon Monty's saying to him?
Not sure, but probably not, "Excuse me, kind sir, could we talk about safety protocols and remuneration standards on your fine construction site?" That incident is under investigation by Fair Work Australia and the WA Industrial Relations Commission and will no doubt be one of the things the CFMEU administrator brings up during the inquiries that are running until September 12.
So a bit of heat on the union.
Not just the union. When Administrator Mark Irving tabled his last report to Federal Parliament a couple of weeks ago, he went out of his way to explain that it wasn't just the union that was consorting with bikies and gangsters. The building companies themselves were recruiting members of the underworld into their executive ranks.
If you lie down with dogs, you should expect fleas.
I'm Ben Harvey.